are there any surprises at the end of your lease?
Go back to, depends on the manufacturer, okay? And it's all in the contract, but basically with Honda, no. It's all up front. As long as you're aware of how many miles that you're buying, as long as you bring your car in and have it evaluated, they do inspect the car at the end. You'll start getting phone calls that, hey, we need to look at your car, emails, so that there's no surprises at the end of Honda has a $1,500 damage waiver, and without getting too detailed on that, you can have 3 incidents on the car of less than $500, and they'll waive that. So they're not going to go, oh, you owe us $100 for this little ding or $100 for this little whatever on the car. They're going to waive that, but they do that inspection before the end of your lease so that you know going into it. Other manufacturers might have that disposition fee that we talked about. Their wear and tear policy may be more strict. Okay. I know some of the more expensive brands, they're much stricter. But with Honda specifically, there's not any surprises. There's not something you're going to find out about as long as the dealership gave you all the right information and told you exactly, this is what it's going to be. And again, that they did right by you.
Great.
And a lease is kind of like, picking out the right glove. I mean, it's got to fit. It's got to fit how many miles you're going to drive. It has to fit the car that you want. It has to fit within your budget. And it has to do all that really without you putting any money down. And I know we talked about that before, but for me to try and convince a customer, hey, put $3,000 down to have a $100 lower payment, I'm really not doing them any favors because they're still spending the same amount of money. If they couldn't budget it without it, then they probably shouldn't budget it with the cash down.